Hello everyone. Today I will talk about some basic concepts. Before I dig into more quantitative and rock physics-based techniques like AVO analysis, impedance inversion, and seismic modeling, first I decided to review the qualitative aspects of seismic amplitude interpretation. These basic concepts include wavelet phase and polarity of seismic data, sand shale crossovers with depth, or in other words, impedance trend with depth, and hard versus soft seismic events. Here we go. I will start with hard versus soft seismic events. First, I will define both hard and soft events, and then I will try to give some explanations with the help of examples. Hard events, also known as hard kicks, represent positive amplitude or will correspond to an increase in acoustic impedance with depth. On the other hand, soft events represent negative amplitude or will correspond to decrease in acoustic impedance with depth. See the two figures on left hand side. In the first figure, soft sand has low impedance with reference to shale, while hard sand has high impedance as compared to shale. Here we can see the soft sand versus hard sand. In the second figure here, hard events will be marked at a boundary where reflection coefficient is positive or impedance of lower layer is higher as compared to upper medium. Similarly, soft events will be marked at a boundary where reflection coefficient is negative or impedance of lower layer is smaller as compared to upper medium. We can see here. Now, wavelet phase and data polarity. First, few basic definitions. Wavelet represents a small portion of a seismic energy. Phase describes the position of a wavelet with respect to time zero, and polarity defines the negative and positive portion of a seismic wavelet or seismic trace. The very first issue to resolve when interpreting seismic amplitude is what kind of wavelet we have, what what is polarity of our data. Are we dealing with zero or a minimum phase wavelet? Is there any phase shift in the data? These are not straightforward questions to answer. The phase of a wavelet can change both laterally and vertically. First, we should make sure the polarity defined during the seismic data processing. These are two standards, the American standard and the European standard. The American standard defines a black peak as hard event or positive event and a white trough as soft or negative event. Another way to define American standard is an increase in impedance gives positive amplitude normally displayed as black peak in a wiggle trace or red intensity in color display. See the figure on right hand side, the US-Canada standard. The European standard defines a black peak as soft event or negative event and a white trough as hard or positive event. Or an increase in impedance gives negative amplitude normally displayed as white trough in a wiggle trace or blue intensity in a color display. See the figure on right hand side, the European Australian standard. The polarity standards for zero and minimum phase wavelet are described in the figure. In zero phase wavelet, maximum energy is concentrated in the center, while in minimum phase wavelet, maximum energy is concentrated towards the front part of the wavelet. Both polarity standards are reversed to each other if in one case, increase in impedance or positive amplitude is represented with red color, and then in the other standard, increase in impedance or positive amplitude is represented in with blue color. But for polarity reversal case, both standards interchange the color as shown in the figure. Here we can see when there is a reversal case, both standards interchange the color with each other. SEG, remember SEG, Society of Exploration Geophysicists, follow the American standards. The polarity of marine seismic data is described by the seafloor reflector. A strong positive reflector represents the boundary between water and sediments. I have followed, I have copied a link here. You can see, just follow and find a lot of examples of polarity standards in different color display. The next is sand shale crossovers with depth. Sorry. The next is sand shale crossovers with depth. In silicic-clastic environments, seismic reflectors are associated with sand shale boundaries. The polarity is also related to the contrast in impedance between sand and shale. Usually, soft sands are found at shallow depths where the sands are unconsolidated, and at higher depth, sands become more compact, consolidated, and cemented. A schematic diagram of sand versus shale impedance, depth trend, and seismic polarity is also shown here. We can see the depth trend varies from sedimentary basin to basin, and there may be more than one crossovers in different basins. Similarly, a shallow sand can be hard and compact, and deep cemented sand can be relatively soft as compared to surrounding shale. Using rock physics modeling constrained by local geological knowledge, one can improve understanding the expected polarity and seismic reflectors. During seismic interpretation of a prospect, following questions should be one of the first to be asked. What type of event do we expect, a hard or a soft? In other words, should we pick a positive peak or a negative trough? If we have well control, this issue can be resolved by generating synthetic seismogram. Otherwise, rock physics modeling can help us. Below is the list of rules of thumb on what type of reflector we can expect for different geological scenarios. It means if we have a local geological knowledge, then we can assess which type of reflectors we can expect. So rules of thumb for typical hard versus typical soft events. First, the typical hard events: cemented sand with brine saturation, shallow sand embedded in a plagic shale, carbonate rocks embedded in silicic-clastic mixed lithologies like shaly sand, marls, volcanic ash. All these lithologies will give us most probably typical hard events. While plagic shale and overpressure zones, shallow unconsolidated sands with any fluid embedded with compact shale, unconsolidated clean sand with hydrocarbons, all these type of uh, geological boundaries can give us a soft event. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. We hope to see you again with more helpful videos in future. Take care. Bye bye.